think that it will be lost. Because universal rule, the things you appreciate, you're going to get more of. And the things you don't appreciate, you will lose. And I guarantee it. I work for you in this scenario. I don't. You like to remind me I don't work for the kids. But I'm gonna submit to you just for this discussion that I really do work for you guys. And Major Classy and Colonel Classy and you know how you have your operation, you work for the people that are here tonight that work under you. And if you want to, and I totally support this, you can fire me. Because it's within your power to do it. I think we work as a really good team. And I love you guys. You're the best set of cadets I think we've ever assembled that I've ever seen in this squadron. I've been here that long. But if you don't think it's worth your time to spend 45 minutes to lose 5 of these dumb little cards, then I can see what you're saying to me, and I got it. So I want you to see this from my standpoint, because I think we make a good team. But I got the Cub Scouts knocking on my doors every month. They want me there. And the Boy Scouts call about every 2 or 3 months. Because I've got a lot of high-level friends in Boy Scouts who want me on commissions and things like that. I choose to be here. I'm not in those programs right now. I don't mean, I'm not trying to scare you or overstate this, but it's just the way it works. Okay? I'm not really good at everything, but I seem to have a knack for keeping my ear to the ground. And we went from 9 cadets on our roster to 22 in less than a year. Obviously, not all the cadets show up. And I can tell you that I can think of off the top of my head, there's 3 cadets that started at the beginning of the summer, and they've already called me and said they're not coming back for different reasons. Some are school reasons, some are just I'm not interested. I consider all of you winners tonight for being here. Just for being here. You could stay home. You could watch TV. You could play with your dog. You could join the YMCA. However, you chose to be here. I give you credit. And we're going to do everything you can. I know the adults are probably going to agree with me on this one. We'll do everything we can to help you out. But it's really up to you. It's what the program is worth to you. And this part is actually part of what I plan to say. If you look at this diagram here, you're putting in your $20 every night, and you're not getting your $20 back out of it, or you're not having a good time, then don't sell these cards. I'm not kidding. Because if it ain't worth it to you, get what you can out of it and let it go. But I like this program, I know a lot of the cadets do too, and I would hope you feel the same way. But you have to choose. I can guarantee you that after these cards are gone and this is over with, I'm going to ask you to do something else. It may be more or less time. We have a recruiting run coming up in January. And at a minimum, I would appreciate it if I'm going to print the posters out and get that coordinated, that you at least take them to your schools and ask if you can hang them up. And if you feel so inclined, maybe show up when we go to your school and just stand there and explain what CAP is to the kids that want to talk to you. It's a thought. Yes, Ms.
That's kind of a long drive.
There are other things that you can do for the group. But there will be another fundraiser coming up. And I think adults need to think about this too. What are you willing to do? I don't want to just hound the cadets here. You know, what are we all willing to do to support a group? Because you guys have been around me, even the new ones, well, except for you two, because you just joined. But the rest of you should know me well enough to know that I don't like talking down to people. I consider even the cadets, to most degrees, to be my equal. You know, I respect you, I respect the way you guys feel, and I try to do my best to do my job so that you guys, you know, get what you want out of the program. You know, I'm not here to demean you. Anybody go to AE weekend? Raise your hands if you went to AE weekend. Okay. Did any of the cadets see any, were there moments you felt uncomfortable with other adults that were nearby, that were maybe not, did you see the difference between my leadership style and some of the other leadership styles there that week? I hope you nod your head yes. Okay? Because if I'm not here, you might get somebody different. You know, and that's your call. So, let's see. The more time and money that I have, this is a different topic. I'm kind of done with the fundraising. We're going to come back to that in a second, and I am trying to keep you on track tonight. I'm watching the clock. The more time and money that I have to spend on dealing with the cadets, not turning in their cards, chasing things down, cadets not doing things I'm asking them to do, and that doesn't include all of you. You all aren't in a position to get direct orders from me yet. But the more time that I have to spend chasing you down, or something like, just for example, I'm not saying this happened, but with model rocketry, if something was missing, or you don't do what you said, you didn't bring in something, or whatever, you know, that takes more time for adults to chase you down, then I can't do things like get speakers lined up to come in and talk with you. There's a rumor that an ex-general might be available, an Air Force general, might want to talk to us for 40 minutes. It might be interested to hear what he has to say. I'm trying to find aviation career field trips you might be able to go on. I can't pay you for the amount of time that you give to me. If you go and do something for me for 45 minutes, I can't say here's 15 bucks. It doesn't work like that. That's why I tell my kids at home, you do a chore for me, I'm not giving you an allowance. It doesn't work that way. But I'll tell you what, if I don't have to do dishes and mow the lawn and whatever else I ask you to do, that gives more time for mom and dad to think about all the more fun things that we can maybe plan for you guys. And so I think that works the same here with the cadet program. I'm not speaking for the adults on this one. You guys are on your own. But with the cadets, if the more that you can handle things and show me that you're capable of doing things, then the more I can spend time talking with Major Classy and other seniors. What else can we do that would be fun? Because I like having fun. I work all day, and I sure as heck don't want to come down here and yell at anybody or be mad at anybody. So I want to plan some fun things. So think about that, and I know you're doing your best, but Lieutenant Schumann only has so much bandwidth. I come here with, say, 25 units of bandwidth. You know what bandwidth is? Anybody, somebody explain what bandwidth is. Go ahead.
It's like
Let me show you really quick, because I have to wrap up. Say this is a tube, and stuff goes in here and comes out here. This tube is only so far across, right? I can only handle that much. If you get this much fluid trying to squish through here, it gets stuck, and you're only going to get so much out of that tube. I only have so much bandwidth, and the other adults are kind of like that too, and you only have so much bandwidth. You can only handle so much. So if I have to spend time worrying about something I don't need to be worried about, then it decreases my bandwidth. It decreases my performance. It's the same way with anybody, adult or cadet. Does anybody have questions about bandwidth? I didn't really come down here to have a discussion on bandwidth, but that's one thing I want to talk about. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm going to wrap this up because I already went through all this stuff. But this is not an emotional topic. This is just a fact. I mean, I love this program. That part's emotional. I really love watching you guys grow, get better, and do fun things. And I think all the adults could probably say that about the cadet program. It's fun to watch you guys grow up. We see a lot of ourselves in you, and you know, I wish I was a cadet. It would be really cool to be a cadet. But the part that I'm looking at on the board behind me is not emotional. This is all fact. If you don't appreciate things, you're going to lose them. If you do appreciate things, you'll probably get more of it. The more that you can do what's being asked of you, the more fun we're going to have. The time that you put in the program better equal the time you're getting out, or else don't come. Because it's not worth it. And I don't mean, you're new, so this is a little heavy, okay? So don't take this the wrong way. We don't have, every night we don't do this, okay? Every week. But these fundraising cards, I can't ask you guys to sell these things. But if you appreciate the program, and this is something that you want to do, I can guarantee you that selling these cards takes big weights off a couple of the adults' shoulders, mine for one. And it would really make a big symbol to me. It would be a big signal that you do appreciate that we're doing something right that you appreciate. And I don't know, you're going to have to handle the adults on this one. I'm talking to cadets on this one.